What's up, Trail Trash? Welcome or welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about the change up I did on my roof rack lighting, kind of show you the wiring and the lights I went with, and talk to you a little bit about why I changed it up. So if that interests you, stick around, check out the video. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything during the video, please drop them below and I'll get to them. So first off, this is not a how to install video. It's just how I installed it. But if you want a good how to install video on these same lights, I'm going to leave a link in the description for a channel who does a really good job of that. So check them out if that's what you're looking for. So on my old lighting setup, I had one light mounted there, and those were Victory 4x4 lights. They were LED lights. They were just a little bulkier than the ones I have. And then I had one mounted here, but I had to delete it and just pull the wiring back, leave it dead for then, because of how my tent went on. The ladder was right there in the way. So I just deleted it and didn't use it for a while. But now I removed the back one, and as you can see, I have this one in this location, and then I have one right here. Now, with my new tent, my ladder actually starts there and goes that way. So I had the space to put this one here. So I like having it on this side, and right here, this is below where my awning sits. So this is a swing out privacy tent, but when it's in place, it's still, the light's below where it sits. So I'm still able to use both these lights on this side when the tent's deployed or when the privacy tent is deployed. And in my old lighting setup on the passenger side, I didn't have any roof rack lights. And this is also the side with the awning, the 270 awning. But I went ahead and put one here in the same location on both sides, and also the one right here. And in just a minute, I'll go over the lights that I installed. I saved the box, so if anyone's interested in them, check them out. They are really, really good lights. On this setup, I use my wiring that I had before. Like I said, I had the one right there, and that was on one switch, and then the wire over there was on another switch. I went ahead and wired them the same way because of how I'll use them at camp. I put those two on one switch, and then I put these two on one switch as well. If my awning is blocking these two, it's not a big deal because I've got lights in my awning. But I think with the awning in place, I haven't tried it yet. It may be blocking. I don't always have my awning on when I go camping. So if I want to not have my awning, I still got camp lights on this side because I usually set up on this side. So that was my reason for keeping them on two switches. So if I want to use one side, I don't have to have the other side on. Also, speaking of the switches, I'll show you where I have my switches going to. Oh, let me see. Yep, you can see this. This is a 10 panel switch, and it's really neat. It's flat. And I have it on Velcro, so if I ever want to move it or something, but I just leave it. Let me get this thing back up there. I got everything on. Okay, up, and it's upside down. So, super easy switch panel to operate. So I got this this switch panel. It holds 10 devices and up to 10 amps per device. It's got a fusible link inside here. I've got the head unit in there, and this is a 12 volt. It's for an RV system. It's what I found it on Amazon years ago, and I thought it would be perfect. It was like 90 bucks. And I have my water pump on it. I have my Starlink power on it. I have these lights on it. And we will turn these on. So that's your switch on. And you got the white LED. And if you Let me turn the other ones on, which I'm not doing that because I got to walk around. But if you turn them off and back on, they're amber. And that was the reason for going with these. This will help cut down on insects and all around camp, using them as camp lights. And that was exactly what I wanted. Again, though, we'll hit the on and off, and it gives you white, off and on, and it gives you amber. It's really neat. And let me get the other side works too, but you don't need to see that, I guess. But they do work. Let me get my phone here, and I will show you the app. All right, so it's that app. I don't even know what it is. App Switch 1 or something, App Switch. But it's pretty neat. It's really quick. You see it connecting automatically, and then it's on, and you see the lights. Very quick response. I'm telling you, I love this little switch panel. And I got it years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago on Amazon. If I can dig up a link from years ago, I will leave it in there. But really digging these ditch lights compared to my old ones. And it's a slimmer profile on the roof rack compared to the other ones. This is footage from my last adventure. I just kind of want to show you the lights in action and how I use them. This is me just airing up. Just like being at camp, it gives you the perfect amount of light around the vehicle. Now I want to get up here and actually show you the wiring I did and how I ran the wires. Hopefully I got enough light. I've got the lights off. Okay. So this is the original, I think, GPS antenna from Toyota. And I'd already got rid of mine years ago, but I left this in place because I love how it mounts. This is a rubber seal, and this piece fits down on top. And I just used the existing, it's already got a hole for that wiring to go through into the headliner. So I just emptied out all the guts and drilled a larger hole in the plastic sleeve of this so that my wiring could come up. And this is it's like an entrance fitting for a cable. And then I sealed it up with RTV, black RTV. And I just drilled a hole in this little piece here when I had it off. Fitted it all up. And my wiring is in the nylon mesh, and each side splits off. Let me see if I can capture this. So in here, in this channel, the way I have it in there is I put black RTV in 3 or 4 spots and pressed it in there. And it's been there for 4 years now. Never had an issue, but it comes down and just dresses around. And you can see my wiring. It's pretty neat. I don't like using the zip ties, but it's still in that mesh sleeve and everything. It does a clean install. And same thing on the side. I've got it ran. You can see it there. Try to keep it all tidied up. I think it turned out good. All right, so I think I did pretty good with the wiring. Well, I didn't think I did good with it. I'd watched a video yesterday or the day before on the Mammoth Forerunner, I think he is. The Mammoth Forerunner or something, yeah. Anyway, it was his the first 6th gen long travel Forerunner, and I was watching his walk around, and dude builds some crazy stuff, no doubt. But he was filming, and it showed his lights on the top, and all the wiring running across there, it looked, oh, it looked bad. Like, I didn't comment because it would have been negative, so I just didn't comment. But that kind of stuff, like, it blows my mind because it's a crazy build and just insane amount of good parts and build. And then you get to wiring and it's just, it ruins it for me. Like, seeing messy wiring just blows me away. It's not the hardest thing to do. Just running in straight lines, try to hide it where you can, make sure it's tidied up and dressed. Like, it's not that much to it. Just something to think about. And not a knock on him. Like I said, he's got some insane builds, and just not only him, I've seen other big channels that when I see under their hood or something, it blows my mind that they would actually show that on camera, because I'm OCD about the wiring. Again, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for, I forget the guy's name, maybe Destiny Unknown, Journey Unknown, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for, yeah, the video I was talking about of the channel that did a really good job of this. But I will show you the ones that I use. These are the lights. So it's the SP, and I'll leave the link in the description for these. But it is the SUPAREE. Those are the ditch lights I have on mine, and I've been really happy with them. But I love the switchback feature on these. The switchback feature on these really is what sold me on them, and the slim design of them. They are all aluminum housing, so they're well-made light. You have all the stuff you need in the box to install them. So I will leave a link in the description. If you're interested in the lights, check them out, SUPAREE. They are a very good light. I do have their ditch lights on my FJ and been really happy with them. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Just showing you the SUPAREE roof rack lights that I installed on my FJ Cruiser. If you're interested in a good install video, I will leave a link in the description for the other channel that I was talking about that did a superb job on it. But if you got any questions, comments, or anything for me, please drop them below. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And until next time, stay trashy.